this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of May 2020, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of April, and I hope you are safe at home during these difficult pandemics. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first card for representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Five of Clubs. So this Five of Clubs here indicates that you may have some kind of disagreements or kind of minor conflicts with your coworker, with your colleagues regarding your work, possibly. Or this can also be indicative, like if you run your own business, you may have to fight for some of the commodities, some of the products that you needed to sell. You need to stock up. That kind of things could happen, like for instance toilet paper or whatever it is. That can be one of the things here. But aside from that, it looks like that you still have like a lot of support around you, like people that you love and people that you care about, they are still beside you. But yes, there are some people that actually not really like encouraging you or helping you in any way. So you need to be careful on these people. So the next card that you have representing the influence card or the bridge cards towards the middle of the month, you have the Four of Diamond. I think because of this crisis, if you if this is the card for you to that indicates that you have to fight for your rights, basically, because if you have been let go or have been laid off, or if you have been losing your job, so this card is actually indicative that you needed to save more. So you need to keep your expenses down towards the middle of the month, and it looks like that for the next few months it's gonna be very hard. So you need to be very careful, and you need to be very very delicate and also very resilient towards everything that you do, and towards this pandemic. You have to fight back in some way. You need to go beyond that, and if anybody need help, you also need to give some help, because we are human. So the humanities always have to be there for you to help and support other people, basically. So the next card that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Three of Clubs. I do see that this happened is actually just this month of May. So the disagreement or this if you have been let go, I do not see it in the past, so you may not know that this is coming. So that's the reason why you are a bit shocked and don't know what to do about it. And one of the things that you can do is just to go with the flow. Sometimes you don't know what to do, and you just the way it is. You don't need to resist on that, resist on doing things like just take it this way. You don't like your job, for instance, but because of this pandemic you cannot just leave your job, because there are many people that are losing their job, and you don't want to be one of them. So if you have a job right now, even though the job itself sucks, it's not something that you love to do, but at least you be grateful that you still have one. That's what it is. So in the past, you have to be very helpful toward other people. Then from that point, then people will start appreciating what you have done. So the next card is representing the things that you need to learn, yet you learn from the past. You have the Four of Spades. I think you learn a lot from refraining yourself to do something that you may regret in the future. So there are many ideas actually that you wanted to show to your employer, to your boss, but instead you want to refrain it before that. You know, you see that this coming fiscal year, or this coming quarters, or this coming year 2020, this can be very difficult time, and many of these company, they are short of the, of their finances, and you don't want to just reinvent the wheel. Like a lot of these ideas that you have is actually good, but just because it's not in the right time, in the right moment, that's why it's not going to be helpful. Some people may think that, oh, because of this, my boss is not really appreciating me. No, it's not the case. You may feel otherwise, because the fact is that your boss may appreciating your hard work and your contributions, but this time around it's not the way to start something new because of this crisis. You can start after the crisis. So the next card that you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the Two of Clubs. So yeah, this one is actually correlated with what I just mentioned before in the past, and this is something that you need to let go. Sure, you need to let go all of those, additional tasks that you can actually delegate, so that you can actually, the addition. I mean, past commitments as well, past contract, past commitments, and this is something that you wanted to focusing. You wanted to focus on one thing at the time, and if it is like how to mitigate the crisis, then you need to focus on that alone. In that way you can be more productive, and you can be able to achieve what you want, and basically you will get through this crisis, and you will be able to solve this thing by, let's say, cutting off the expenditure that you don't need, and all of that. So this has happened for both your personal life and also your professional life. So if you can do those both, then you can be successful. You will be able to solve this problem. So the next card you have representing the future cards towards the end of the month, you have very beautiful card here, the Nine of Diamonds. So basically, as I said, if you putting your mind into it, everything is possible, and you do. So by the end of the month, everything is going to be turned to be a better things for you. Hopefully this crisis will end by the time, if everything is working in your area, because this pandemic is a global crisis. So this may not be able to solve in the couple of months, but maybe in your regions or in your area, the government there maybe lift up or lift off some of the restrictions, so that you can have more freedom, because this card is actually representing also independence as well in yourself, the way you conduct your business and the way you work. So this can be one of the things that actually beneficial for you for the long run. So let's see the last card here to clarify the whole reading. At the bottom of the deck for you, you have the Ace of Spades. So there will be a revelations here towards the whole month that actually may struck you that this idea that you have been thinking for a long time is actually not true, because that actually maybe, like, for instance, if you have been having a clash with your coworker or your colleague, in the end of the day you actually start realizing that this colleague is actually on your side. They are actually not meant to harm you in any way, but they're actually wanting the company and wanting you to succeed. They wanted you to be able to get what you want, and also the company as well in general, but they don't want to argue too much with you. But then in the end you realize that this guy or this girl, this lady, this man is actually doing whatever he or she can for greater good. Then you start realizing that this person is actually important for you as well. So I think that's all for readings here. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notification every time we publish a new video. And if you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via PayPal to this email. And see you next month. Take care.